Something happened to me 20 years ago when I was in my early 30s that was beyond description. Literally, for close to a decade, I didn't have words to describe it. Through a series of events, God worked a miracle in my life and then began to show me a story within the pages of the Bible. And it wasn't at all what I would have expected. I grew up thinking of the Bible as a book of guidelines and rules for God's people. The stories in the Bible were like the illustrations or examples of how to follow God. But the more I read, the more I realized it was actually something else altogether. Eventually, I would tell both the Bible story and my own using the language of covenant, the covenant story. It's a story about people who are incapable of being faithful, and a God whose faithful love never gives up. The surprising twist in the Bible story is that Jesus does for us what we could never do for ourselves. He makes us faithful. But I'm getting ahead of myself. As I like to say to my students when I'm teaching, this is the story we enter. Are you ready to enter this story with me? Is God good, and can we trust Him? Can we trust the Bible? Does the God of the Bible actually make a difference in our here and now lives? Whether we've spent our lives in church or are curious observers of the Christian faith, we all grapple with questions. The Bible tells a story, and it might be one you haven't considered. Through the covenant story, I share my own story alongside the biblical narrative, giving my audience a tool for understanding the Bible's design through the storyline of God's covenant love. Imagine yourself in a flourishing garden where everything is dazzling and vibrant and very good. You are totally alive and completely free, unhindered, unbroken. You have never known pain, never known shame, never experienced a hint of evil. You are like the best version of the child in you. In this garden, you are in perfect union with everything and everyone around you. But most of all, you are in perfect unity with God Himself, His presence, His goodness, His person. You are known and loved by the one Creator of all this good. God gives you some instructions. Does it matter what they are? The heart of everything He tells you could be summed up in a question. Am I good? And do you trust me?